Welcome to the Virtual Brain Injury Association of North Carolina Camp 2020. My name is Sandy Worthington, and I'm the camp director. Today we're going to be doing some low aerobic exercises. It will help if you have on some loose fitting or comfortable clothing when you do this. Okay, now that you're ready, let's see what Tate and Jaffe are going to teach us today.
Hey guys, I'm Jaffe.
I'm Tate.
And we're going to be doing this virtual stretching and mild aerobic exercise education for you today. But we're going to go ahead and, for most of you that that don't know us and are joining us this year on this new virtual thing, I've been with camp almost 10 years now. Tate, you've been with camp?
I think there's like 4 camps I've missed or 5 camps I've missed out of all of them.
Tate is definitely more senior than myself, very well known amongst the campers and all that. So I hope you all enjoy this and that you're able to do some of these stretches and exercises. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start with some arm stretches. And I'm going to go ahead and stand up here next to Tater so I'm in full view here. Tater's going to join with me. So we're going to go ahead and I want you all to just wiggle your arms a little bit. I'm going to back up a little bit. Okay. So just, shake it out a little bit, make it loose. Anybody who's, in a chair can also just sit it down a little shorter than Tater. Shake it out. Now we're going to take your left arm, stretch it across your chest, and grab your elbow and pull it to you as close as you can. Give yourself a count of maybe 5. Can you count to 5, Tater?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. In between our switching arms, we're all going to say hi to man up who's looking to play, but we're not going to play right now, buddy. Go ahead and take your right arm, stretch it up to your chest, grab your elbow, pull it as close as you can, count to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. Now, right now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do another arm stretch. Take our left arm. Going to go over your head. Try and grab that right shoulder. Take your opposite arm. Grab that elbow. Go ahead and pull it to the opposite shoulder as best as you can. And go ahead and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's go ahead and let that go out nice and slow. Don't want to let it out too fast. You might pull a muscle, and we don't want to do that right away. We haven't even gotten to our exercises yet. That would stink.
You feeling loose yet?
Not yet, not yet. We got to do the other arm.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch it up. Take that right arm over. Grab that elbow. Give it a count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. You want to do one more arm stretch? I think we need one more.
Yeah, I mean, we can always do windmills.
We can do windmills. So I'm going to go ahead and get here to the side. I think I'm still in frame. I still see myself pretty well. We're going to go ahead, get yourself on a good, stable stance, maybe a little shoulder width apart with your legs. Go ahead and extend your arms out. As Tater is displaying, this is able to be done in a chair as well. No extra ability.
You want the dog in the way?
With the dog in the way. You spread your arms out, and you can just go ahead. We're going to do some circles like a windmill right here. Right, just nice and slow, go forward. And we're going to go for a count of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, we're just going to shake it out a little bit before we go ahead. We're going to do it the opposite direction now. So again, spread your arms out, and you're going to go ahead and rotate in the opposite direction for another count of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, right now I'm feeling it. It's starting to
Yeah.
get loose. You get loose?
Mhm.
All right, so I think we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna move on from the arms, and we're gonna go out next on our list. We got some leg stretches. So with leg stretches, it's shake it out a little bit and get a little loose. Let me get the pup out of the way. He's gonna come back and grab the dog. Sorry, guys. He's 8 months old. But anyway, we're shaking it out. Move those legs around. If you're in a chair, you can try and move them as best as you can. Twist your ankles around. Move it a little bit. Get the blood flowing.
Use any kind of movement or motion you have.
Anything you want to do. Just get it moving before we start actually doing the stretches. So what we're going to do now is, for anybody who's standing, I'm going to use Tater's shoulder because there's lack of furniture in my house. You're going to want to grab on the back of a chair, countertop in the kitchen or whatever. You're going to want to grab your leg, bring it up as close as you can to your hip, and just stand there for a count of 5. Now, if you're in a chair, you can go ahead and cross your leg if you can. If you have to have someone help you, someone can help you get your leg up. But can you get your leg up as high as you can to your knee? Yep. Just bring it up on your lap, and we're going to go for a count of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And just let it down nice and slow. And then we're going to switch. Go to the other leg. Go ahead for another count of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, and right again, nice and slow. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a calf stretch. We're going to take our right leg and we're going to put it out on its heel. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to bend down nice and slow and reach for our toes. Now, if you can't touch your toes, it's no big deal, but you want to get as close as you can and get a good hand on that big toe if you're able to. If you're in a chair, you can get that leg as close as you can, reach for that toe as much as you can. Again, if you can't reach it all the way, it's okay. But you want to pull that toe also back up towards your shin. That way you feel that tightness right here in the back of your calf. We're going to do that for a count of 10.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, and come out nice and slow. We're going to take a minute, shake it out a little bit because that was a pretty tight stretch.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to do it again on the opposite leg. Kick out the leg, bend the other one a little bit, and reach down for that toe as best as you can. Kicking that foot towards your shin for another count of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Now, what we're going to do to finish off the legs, just want you to hold out that one leg at a time. We're going to do a nice ankle rotation. I want you to take it and just spin your ankle. Count of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Now we're going to switch legs, and we're going to do the same thing with the opposite ankle. Go ahead for a count of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. My legs are feeling pretty good. You
Yeah.
want to move on to the neck?
Yeah, let's move on to that.
All right. We're going to move on to some simple neck stretches. So whether you want to be standing, you can do these sitting. If you're comfortable, I mean, you can do anything you want. But, you don't have to be standing. You can be sitting for these. But you want to go ahead. You want to make sure your posture is nice and straight. Sit back in that chair 100%. Go ahead and just slowly drop your head. And I want you to let it get heavy. And then we're going to hold it there for a count of 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And now we're going to go ahead and do the opposite. Kick your head back, let it get heavy. Hold it there for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back up slow. Now it's important to remember that I forgot to start at the beginning. You need to make sure your arms are nice and loose and hanging dead while you're doing this. That way all the focus is mainly on your neck. So now what you're going to do is we've done our forward and our back stretch. We're going to do the same thing kind of to this side. Gently lean your head to the left or the right. And go ahead, you're just going to let it get heavy. Hold that until you feel a nice stretch right here. You're going to go and hold it for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to come out nice and slow to center. Take a minute in case you got maybe a little balance problem, but you'll be all right. Come back in a few seconds. And we're going to go ahead and do the opposite side. Go ahead and lean it nice and slow till you feel that nice stretch right here along the side of your neck. And we're going to hold it for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, go back to center nice and slow. Now, if you need help, you need some stabilization again, you can go to the kitchen, you can use counter. If you got a buddy, go ahead and use his shoulder. If you're sitting in a chair and you're otherwise unable to stand, you're going to have a little bit easier ability with this exercise than the people that are standing. But you can, again, also sit if you want to sit. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to stand there. You're going to take your head, and just like you were letting it go heavy, we're going to rotate it 360 degrees around our shoulders. We're going to do that for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, losing the balance, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going to go ahead and you're going to take a minute because I got a little busier than expected. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch the direction. You're going to go the opposite way. You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
All right. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now for the neck, that's pretty much all we have for the neck. There's really nothing else special. Now, if you're feeling a little tight, you can still do a couple more exercises along in the neck stretches. But we're going to go move on to just some light hip stretching. You're going to be a little tight right here in the side section, down to the side of your hamstrings and your quads. So what we're going to do is if you're in a chair and you have the handlebars on, say, a wheelchair or whatever, you can try and remove them. If not, you can scoot yourself a little forward just to get clear of those bars because you're going to want to try and flex to the left and right a little bit. So what we're going to do is for those that are standing, shoulder width, legs stance apart, and we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to do some tilts and shift that hip stretch so you feel it right here. We're going to hold it right there and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come back to center. Give yourself a couple of seconds. And we're going to switch to do the same thing on the other side to get that stretch right here along the side. And we're going to hold it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this is going to seem like a dual, it is a dual stretch, but we're going to go back to legs a little bit, but we're going to do the hips at the same time. Because if you're in a chair, you're going to be bending over as much as you can to reach for both toes. Standing, you're just going to let yourself dead hang so you can hold the weight in the stretch so you can feel right here in the sides of your hips and a little bit in your lower back. And you're going to let yourself hang, reach for your toes for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, slowly come back up. And that pretty much concludes our stretches. Unless
Torso
you
twist.
want to do some torso twists,
I think that would be.
we can add some torso twists. Do you want to do a count of torso twists, or do we want to do a time segment torso twists?
Surprise.
Let's just do 10 torso
There
twists.
you go.
All right, I'm going to hold your arms up, center mass of your torso. And if you're in a chair, again, like I said, make sure those arm rails are kind of clear and your wheels are locked and your chair is stable. You're going to hold your arms up nice and center mass on your torso, and you're going to lightly rotate from side to side. Now, you don't want to overextend your knees because you can hurt your knees doing this. So if you feel your knee getting kind of tight, just back off on that spin a little bit because we don't want you to hurt your legs. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do count of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Anything you want to add to the stretches?
No, that's pretty much it.
I'm pretty good on the stretches. So what we're going to do for the arms now, you don't have to be standing at all for this. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to demonstrate on our good friend Tater here. And at home, most people have canned goods in their house. So if you want to go ahead and get yourself some Chef Boyardee, maybe some small cans of tuna, that way they aren't too heavy, maybe a can of soup or two. It could be anything. Sauce. Just don't use glass. We don't want you dropping it. We don't want any accidents happening. This way with tin cans, nothing bad will happen. But what we got some wonderful cans of Manwich. So what we're going to do is I want you to get 2 cans. And for our first exercise, we're going to do a dual bicep curl. Just to go ahead and get good with the motions on either side. You don't have to focus on balancing one side at a time. So go ahead. You're going to sit down, keep your arms nice and level at a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to do this to the side so you can see how it would look to the side. What we're going to do is you're going to take that can and you're going to hold it nice and firm. And you're slowly going to go ahead and just do a bicep curl. Now, you can alternate just like this, or you can do individual sets of duals. Doesn't really matter, just as long as each arm is getting the same amount of work as the equal arm. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do these for count of 10. I'm going to go ahead and count. Tater's going to go ahead and he's going to represent the exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, here, if you want, you can take a break, short 10-second break. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the same kind of motion, but what Tater's going to do now is when we come up for the bicep curl, you're just going to go ahead and turn those cans around and slowly let your arms go back down. But you're going to hold that tension nice and slow. We're going to do that for a count of 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now just remember, it's important on the way down that you just keep that nice and slow so just you feel that kind of stretch. We're doing this after the bicep curl. That way we work the blood slowly out of your arms and you don't cramp up real bad the next day. But after we do the dual bicep curl, what we're going to do now is we're going to do some lateral arm lifts. So you can go ahead and put down 1 can. And we're going to do each arm at a time. And I want you to go ahead, take that arm out and extend it like this. Now you can hold the can like this, you can hold it like this, it doesn't matter. It's only here for weight. Because what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to bring your arm down, and then you're going to bring it up. And that's 1 count. We're going to do this 10 times. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now go ahead, you can put down that can, shake out that arm a little bit, just a little bit. You're going to go switch arms. We're going to do the same thing on the other side while we give this arm a break. Ready? Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, perfect. We're gonna go ahead and put down that can, give yourself a nice shake out, a little bit of a break. We're gonna do same hold of that can, but instead of going out to the side like we just did, we're gonna go ahead, you're gonna keep your arms straight, and you're gonna come up and go right in front. Now you can do this like we did with the bicep curls, you can do one at a time, or we can do both at once. For this video, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna demonstrate doing both at once for a count of 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just put those cans in your lap, shake out your arms a little bit again, because in between we just want to give them a little bit of a break, get that blood flowing back in the arms. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do an upper press with our cans. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hold them just like we were holding the lifting bar on our shoulders, just like that. Perfect, Taylor. Now you want to make sure you're not leaning too far back or too far forward. You just want to keep it right here where you can see both cans on your left and your right. So what we're gonna do now is in that stance, you're gonna go and you're just gonna push up as high as you can. Don't have to go too high, because if you get too high, you might lose a little balance. You don't want to drop any cans. So Tater can go as comfortable as high as he wants, which is about here, right? You good there? Mm-hmm. We're gonna do that for a count of 10 where you come back down for 1. And we're gonna go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now with that segment of arm lifts, we're just going to go ahead and shake it out one more time. Next on our list after the arm lifts, we're going to go ahead and do some air squats. Now, if you're in a chair and you're in a seated position to do something equivalent to the air squat, you're going to go ahead and pick up each leg individually for the count that we would be doing standing for an air squat. So if I do 10 standing air squats, each leg, Tater's going to alternate 1, 2, pulling up each leg, assisting each leg up in the chair as high as you can to your chest. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get that up as high as you can. But for people that are standing, the able exercise is you want to get your legs shoulder width apart, and you want to come here and give yourself a little bit of a bend, and you're going to come down with your arms out straight, and you're going to go like you're going to sit in a chair. All right? And then it's important that when you come down in that seated chair position, I want you to watch my knees now. I don't want you to put your knees too far in. I don't want you to spread your knees too far out because you're going to get really hurt. I need you to keep your legs nice and straight. So you're going to come down and you're going to go until you're comfortable. If you got to go halfway, you can go halfway. It's no big deal. But you're going to come down to a seated position. That's 1. So as I do 10, Tater's going to do 10 on this leg, and then we're going to alternate and finish off with 10 on the other leg. Ready? Ready. All right. I'm going to do them sideways. That way you can see just how you want to be sitting in that chair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're going to finish off with Tate on the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So what we're going to do next is the standard jumping jack. I'm going to go ahead and I'll be demonstrating the classic jumping jack. Tater will be doing.
Oh, sorry. I'll be doing what's called a half jack. So I'll be jumping.
And we're going to do that for count of 10?
Yeah, count of 10.
All right. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to get winded. I'm old. This is going to
Speak up a little bit so I don't smack your hands.
Am I still in frame? I think I'm still in frame.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, it's important to remember to breathe. You got to keep
And you
breathing.
can go as fast or as slow as you guys need to go. Former Marine here just pushed those out really quick.
I'm sorry.
I mean, especially like if you're seated, you can go as slow or as fast as you're comfortable with, or your body is comfortable with.
So for our next exercises, we're going to go to the knees. It's called a high knee. I'm going to go ahead and do it in the standing position. Taylor's going to go ahead and do it in the sitting position. Now, with this one, like the first set, if you need to help your knee up, you can help your knee up. If not, try to do it without a little assistance. I'm going to try to do it without my crowd here. So a whole bunch of them. You got it? All puppies. We love the puppies. All right, so behind me, you're going to go ahead so you can see it from the side. You're going to go ahead. The whole goal is you want to try and hit that hand with your knee. So that would be 1, 2, 3 kind of movement. We're going to just do that for a count of 10. If you're in, like I said, the chair, if you have to help your leg up, go ahead, grab your pant leg or scoop down underneath your knee pocket. It's much easier if you grab your pant leg and pull up with the count. That way, it's easier for you to hold your leg up. So we're going to go ahead, count of 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, I messed this up a little bit in the beginning. I forgot to mention that 1 is a count of 2 for each leg. I totally apologize for that. I'm trying to keep up with the momentum here. That is right, the toe touches. So the toe touches, if you're doing it from a standing position, you're going to want to do it shoulder width apart like you're getting ready to do a jumping jack. If you're sitting, however you're comfortable, like I said, just make sure those arm rails are out of the way. Well, you're going to go ahead, we're going to go. You're going to come from the sides, hold your arms out, and with the alternating hand, you're going to reach down and touch that alternating toe. Come back up, and then you're going to go back down to that other alternating toe. And that is, again, a count of 2 for 1. And we're going to do 10 of those. All right? Ready? Left, up, down, 1, up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Now let's shake it off, take a little bit of a break. That was it for our toe touches. Now on the leg lifts, you want to demonstrate a seated leg lift before I get down on the floor, do a full leg lift?
Why don't you demonstrate the full, and then while you're demonstrating full, I'll demonstrate this.
Okay, so from a side view, you can still see me in frame here. Let's see here. You might not get my whole body, but the whole goal for a leg lift, you're going to lay down. You can either take your hands, keep them to your side. You can sit on your hands if it's going to give you a little bit of help. My friend Timley here is going to give me some motivation. And you go ahead and you do a count. 1 leg lift, 2, 3, 4. And you do them in counts of 10 or 20, depending on how you're feeling right now towards the tail end. What do you want to do?
No, let's do 20.
You want to do 20?
Do 20.
Taylor's trying to kill me. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Seated position 1 would be, you want to go ahead and
Yeah, I
demonstrate?
did.
All right. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. Gauge far. So that's it for our leg lift. I forgot I wrote sit-ups on there.
Yes.
We're down a man, so I have to recruit someone. Good old Danelle.
Come here, Danelle.
Come on, Danelle. Come on, screen. Everybody say hi to Danelle. Danelle's been going to camp a few years, too.
Hi, Danelle.
Danelle's here just to assist by holding my feet so I can do sit-ups. And in the chair, let's get it done. For sit-ups in the chair, that would be, we had said we would either do that kind of motion. If you didn't want to do that, you can substitute it with more toe touches like you were doing in the chair. I'm only doing 10 sit-ups.
That's fine.
That's where I'm going. So, Danelle, I need you over here.
Back against
Back against Tater. So, Danelle is here for people that aren't in a chair. You're going to need someone to hopefully hold your feet down. Now, if you don't have anyone to hold your feet down, what you can do is if you have a heavy dresser or a big piece of furniture in the room, you can go ahead and scoot your feet
or a couch.
Couch works perfect, and get your feet under that couch and to give you that leverage to do your sit-ups. No, it's all right. You can be on camera and hold me stable. Don't be embarrassed. It's okay. So we're gonna just recount 10. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 5 seated sit-ups and then 5 toe touches.
Fantastic.
So I see the whole thing.
All right. Here we go.
You ready?
Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Never done sit-ups with dogs trying to chase their tail around me before. And for last, we're going to do the plank. So with the get the puppy out of here. Get him out of here.
Stop chasing your Go.
For our planks, what we're going to do is first I'll demonstrate a regular standard plank for the able-bodied individual, and then using my back, Tater will represent a seated plank using what would be a simulated wall.
Yeah.
So, want to give me a 15-second count?
Sure will.
All right. I'm going to do a plank for 15 seconds.
And planks, if you're not used to them, you can start off with a 2 count. You can start off with a 5 count.
Even better, you don't have to do it standard on your, you can start on your knees. If you want to do a half plank where you're using your knees and you come down like this, that's acceptable as well. You don't have to come up on your toes like this. So halfway through, I'll demonstrate the knee, and then the other half I'll go ahead and do a full plank.
That's fine.
All right,
Ready?
go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
All right. Now, you'll turn towards me that way, so visible on the camera. Let's put a little sign on the frame. Now, if you're in a chair, we're going to do, I'm simulating if I was a wall. We don't have a lot of walls close to the view of the camera.
Yep. And you would
So-
roll your chair up to the wall, lock the brakes, make sure you're good. You lean forward just a little bit so you don't throw yourself backwards off balance. Lean forward a little bit, but you would also press against the wall. Okay?
You don't want to just lean against it. You want to give yourself.
You want to
tension.
press with your arm. Your tension should be in your arms and your upper shoulders, not in your back. If you're trying to push yourself that way, the goal is not this. The goal is this.
Count to 15.
Yep. Ready?
Ready? 1,
2,
Hand up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
All right. Now, those completes the list and the demonstrations of our exercises. I just want you all to know, like, if you're feeling really good and you're kind of motivated and you got a lot of extra time in your day because this quarantine's got you down, you can go ahead and do as many of these as you want. We were only using the 5, 10, and 15-second intervals to give you guys a good demonstration and to give you guys an idea of the actual range of motion and what's expected in the exercises. So I don't have anything else to add.
So when we were doing the exercises, you saw how big and beefy the cans were. You can start exercises with no cans. It's about repetition. It's going to build up lean muscle, which therefore helps your whole range of motion. You can start off with no cans. You can start with little soup cans, get the bigger cans, and then after a while, you can get to the big soup cans and just muscle it out.
Like a big older
Exactly. And all of this is made, well, all of this is to help promote range of motion, exercise, and strength. It's better to practice and use the range of motion and the muscles that you have so they don't atrophy, and promote healthier lifestyle.
But go ahead, slap on some favorite tunes, get some of your family involved and motivated, and have a good time doing these exercises because this quarantine, it really stinks. So we hope you all enjoy these stretches and these exercises, and we hope to see you next year again.
Thank you, Tate and Jafar and Danelle. What a great workout. I really like that you could do those exercises whether you were sitting or you're standing. And I like that you can use items from around your home just to do the simple weight resistant type exercises. We hope that you will go back and do these exercises over and over. Remember, you can view these videos as many times as you like, and make sure that you share them with your friends. If you missed yesterday's activity, we were at the art studio, and you can go back and look for that and view that again. If you want to find out more information about camp, please go to our camp website, which is bianc2020.net. That's BIANC2020.net. You can also go to the Brain Injury Association of North Carolina's website, which is www.bianc.net to find out more information there. We hope that you will be able to join us again tomorrow at 11 a.m. for our virtual shark exhibit tour. That's going to be really exciting too. So we'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.